In this video, I want to talk about conditional formatting. Conditional formatting will change the format of a cell or group of cells based on a certain criteria. And in Excel, you can find the conditional formatting under the Home tab. So I'm there already. And it's almost in the middle where we have conditional formatting. There are some predefined formats that we can use conditional formatting. We can have highlight cells. So the basic greater than, less than, between, equal to. We can do top and bottom. So we can do top, bottom, percent, top, bottom items. By default, it starts with 10, but you can change those numbers to anything you want them to be. You can do some data bars and color scales to enhance the formatting of a particular cell. So for example, in this spreadsheet I have here, this is a collection of invoices for a company called Tea House of America. We have the invoice number, the product, the month, the region, and then we have two columns for revenue, a goal, and an actual, and there's a bunch of data here. So what I want to first do is I want to highlight certain goals. So I'm going to click on one of these, and I can just select that. But an easy way, if I want to select all my data in a column or in a row, if I hold down the Control Shift or Command Shift and hit the down arrow, that will select everything up to a blank cell. So here I want to do a goal that is greater than $45,000. So I'll go to Conditional Formatting. I want to highlight cells, and I want to do greater than. And it gives you a number. It's kind of a random number. I want to do greater than 45,000, so I'll type in 45,000. And you'll notice as I type it, I'm going to backspace over one of those zeros. Of course, everything meets it, so I'll add another zero. And then we can do formatting. This is the right-hand side. So here we can do change the colors that have already been defined. If you want to do it on your own and you want to custom them, you can go down here to Custom Format. So in this instance, we'll start with font. I could bold it, for instance, or I could italicize it. You can't change the size, so you really only the font style. You can also change the color if you want. Variety of colors here. Let's do a kind of a dark blue. And then I can do a fill. And let's say we do a kind of a light fill. We'll do a light blue. And so the fill is going to be light blue, and the font will be kind of a dark blue. So I'm just going to click OK, and then you can see that it actually provides that for you right now. So I'll just click OK. Well, you can have multiple conditional formats on the same column. And so what we can do is go back to conditional formatting, and this time we're under cell, highlight cell rules. Nope, we don't want that one. We want top bottom. We're going to do the bottom items, and I want just the bottom 5 goals. So I'll click on bottom. It starts with 10. You can type a number in or just use the scroll wheel, and we'll just leave it with the dark red. So we'll click OK, and you can see how those are set up. Now this is dynamic, so if I go and click on this first one in E5, and let's say I change that to 35,000, and I hit enter, that no longer meets that conditional formatting, and it doesn't even meet the bottom. So actually, if I went to 10,000, it probably would do the bottom 5. Yeah, there we go. So let's just undo that and bring it back to normal. To see what your conditional format is, I'm going to select that column again. I can go up here to conditional formatting, and I can go down here to manage rules. And under manage rules, these are the rules that we have created, and it's the first one in is the last one to be applied. So you have to look at the order. So if there's a conflict between, if they meet both, let's say there was let's say I did the top 5, there might be a conflict because obviously the top 5 could also meet the greater than 45,000. So you would have to decide which one I want to take precedent. And if I wanted the cell value greater than 45,000 to take precedent, I would click on it, and then I would just use the arrow right here, and that would bring it back up. And then that is going to look for that, and once it meets something, then it stops, and that would be the formatting. So we'll just click OK. So sometimes when you're working with conditional formatting, the outcome may not be what you want. Go into manage rules and maybe rearrange these these rules. It doesn't meet here because we have, these are really totally opposite of each other. So we'll just click OK.